Not everyone can afford a publicist, and not every publicist can take on every client that approaches them. So, what's a business or professional to do? I've got some easy DIY PR tips that will get you started in getting media coverage, and they won't cost you a dime. I know everybody wants to start at the top. They want to be, on the big screen, no problems, whatever, and they have that great interview that they see everybody else doing. But what you really want to do is start in the community. Start at home, start local, because they're looking for stories like you. Community papers, local television, community radio stations, they're looking for your stories to amplify and to highlight. And so I suggest that people always start there to build their portfolio, to practice, to get their message honed down. And a lot of publications are volunteer driven, or there's, one or two staff members. So if you can write, and you can write your story and provide the photos, they love that stuff and they'll print it just like that. And then you can build your portfolio and have that in your backpack when you pitch to the bigger outlets. When you are pitching to media, what you want to make sure that you have definitely are professional shots. Professional headshots, professional shots of your product. Lighting is great. Makeup is great. You want to make sure all of that stuff is on point. And you should really upgrade your pictures every year. Secondly, you want to have a bio. It doesn't have to be super long, but it should be about half a page about yourself, about your company, and your history, and that you can just, send that out to people so they know who you are. Cole's notes, very short and very to the point. The other thing that you want to have, particularly if you're doing television interviews, is something called B-roll. So it's video of your organization or your issue or your product, so that when they're talking to you and you're having that interview, they don't like to just show talking heads. They want to have some video underneath demonstrating what it is that they're talking about. So make sure you have those things ready. Anytime someone's calling you for an interview, you just pull them out, you're ready, good to go. So if you're trying to boost your credibility in your industry, one of the easiest and cheapest ways to do it is through social media. Get on your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever your audience is, YouTube, and make sure that you're getting your message out there, and make sure that it's professionally done, it looks good, you're being creative with it, you're showing your product or your brand, and it's easy for someone to understand what it is that you're trying to get across. Because when you are pitching to the media, that's one of the first places that they go to look. They look at your Instagram, they look at your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your YouTube, and the other place that they look is your website. So make sure your website is professionally done, that it's clear, and if you have examples of yourself in doing media interviews, make sure you've posted those on your website as well. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make is using a template and not changing the name or the publication outlet or show in the template. You want to personalize your pitch. You want to look up the person that you are wanting to pitch to and make sure that you're addressing them in the email, and make sure you're addressing their show and what they would be interested in when you're pitching whatever it is you're pitching to them. So I always caution people, reread your stuff before you hit send, because you don't want to be, embarrassed when the person writes back and says, actually, that's not my show, or that's not my name, or they don't even respond to you. That's one of the most common mistakes. The other thing that you want to make sure that you do is do your research. Don't pitch like a fashion segment to a sporting show. Make sure that what you're pitching fits with the outlet or the publication that you're pitching to. So make sure you do your research every time, and you'll have no problems. Where do you find the right media to pitch to? Sometimes it's just as simple as asking your clients or asking your customers where they found you. If they're saying it's on the internet or social media, whether it's, certain television shows they're watching, radio, print, then you have an idea of where people are looking for your information about your product, about yourself, or your expertise. I also recommend trade publications. That's a good resource for people when they're looking for specific things or specific information. So do your research. You can do a Google survey. You can just ask people where they're getting their information from, and then target it. Target your messaging, target your media pitches to that area, and you'll hit it out the park every single time. I hope this video has helped you in learning how to generate your own publicity and being your own publicist. Now, you can look at my past videos and get all kinds of information. Download my worksheets by clicking the link in the bio or visiting fkbmedia.com/DLC and using the password YouTube, all caps, to access my downloads for free. Sign up for my newsletter and stay updated with everything happening at FKB Media. Additionally, you can follow us on Instagram at FKB Media for updates on when new videos will be uploaded and much, much more. So until then, be well, work with purpose, and I'll see you next time.